So basically, we continue to explore the topic of boundaries, and the more they expose this, the better it becomes for us because it almost like just shows exactly what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Meeting point number one, we talked about that this morning, and now we have something a little bit different. Let's get into this.
I need you to keep him for the week.
The week.
Yeah. I have some stuff I need to handle, but also, he's a boy. He needs to be around his father more. And
Listen to this nonsense. So the woman just gets up one day and decides, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna want you just to keep your son for a week, and he's not yet starting to figure this. Let me see if him start figuring this out because crazy.
I'm worried about him because he's picking up some of my mannerisms, and so your presence is definitely needed.
What do you have going on that requires you to be gone away from him for a week?
I mean, I have him all the time. What do you mean? I can't have a simple break?
All the time, and he's over the house most of the times. I'm done in a sense, Sheila. But again, this is what you get when you don't go into the courts and establish custody rights, especially when you have a troublesome. The next parent is troublesome. If the next parent is troublesome, you need to go into the courts and establish a custody order because if you don't do that, what you have is inconsistencies with everything when it comes to parenting.
I'm asking you to keep your son for a week. Like, what's the issue? I'm with him for life, so.
Shayla, I have things I have to do. Keeping him a week? That's a lot.
Okay, welcome to my life.
Welcome to your life of doing what? The mere fact is that you don't work. The man who actually has to work and still has to maintain the kid, but him still keep the kid. That don't make sense. But again, hey, this is all on Anthony. I'm gonna whip him with this one because the truth is, he needs to sit down and he needs to start getting himself a lawyer because you just have to create something in a retrospect. You just have to, or else this is going to continue. It just will. I'm sorry to say.
And what do you mean? What do you have more important to do than spend time with your son?
I have to work.
Okay, so why is all the responsibility on me?
You know what? I love the way Shayla must be kidding. This son is barely with her. Most of the time, Shayla doesn't even have the kid. What is she talking about? Where are the people out there who tell me that there aren't deadbeat mothers? Because, boy, it happened like this. But because nobody calls it out, you know what I mean? And nobody says anything about it, and we're always concerned about deadbeat dads. The deadbeat dad narrative is just bigger than the deadbeat mom narrative. That's really what's going on.
We laid down together and had this child. Why do I have to have him all the time? Sometimes I need a break. I have
Okay,
things I
and I'm
need to do as
giving you a
well.
break is why you brought him over here.
Really?
I didn't expect for a week. A week, Shayla? That's a lot.
Okay, a week. Ooh, you're a whole father.
I know this.
What is a week?
He works. The man actually is doing some amount of work. The thing is that you don't work. That's the thing. You don't work. No, I want to see exactly how it's gonna work when Amber comes over, right, and realizes. And I'm glad that that Anthony started to push back because I think Amber is starting to make him take the time to deal with Kai. So now I realize that it does take time. It is time for him to deal with Kai as much as possible. But I guess this is also his karma. This is what you get for impregnating like a butter is. Like whenever it is you get a yam head, that's what you're gonna get. It's a yam head. It's just I don't know. This is why you have to be very cautious with how you take the pum pum because when you take certain pum pum and you get them pregnant, and this you're going to get, you just gonna get the foolishness, and you're now going to have to now put something in place to get rid of all of this.
Okay, and you still haven't told me what you have to do that's so important that it requires you to be gone for a week.
Anthony, you need to step in and be a father.
Don't do
Our
that.
son is
I'm
getting
not-
Older. He needs you to be around. He needs
I
a
am
man's
around.
example.
I am around, and I am an example. I'm going to work so I can provide for him and you, clearly.
Okay, well, it's not about work and money. This is about spending
Shayla,
time with
I'm
your
not
son,
doing this.
Anthony. Why do I have to convince you to spend time with your
You
son?
don't have to
now?
convince me. I'm just saying a week. I can't do a week. I'm not doing a week.
Has he put his foot down? That's the question. Number one, him have kind of him and so him can't really do much at all. Look, man, I'm just saying. If you don't put that custody order in place, you have nothing. What you have is a back and forth just like this. That's what you have. And number two, again, the woman is supposed to be in your house like this. She's not supposed to. She's too close. We're talking about Shayla. She knows in her house.
I don't know what your plans are or what you have going on, but you're gonna
Wow.
have to adjust them.
I can never depend on you when I need you.
What do you do?
When have I ever asked you to keep him that long? When?
It doesn't matter. You're asking me now.
Wow.
When to drop him off. That's the key thing, you know. It's not like it's whatever. She asking him when to drop off the baby. It's just like, bro, I don't know. But hey, you know, this is Shayla's this is Shayla fans, where are you? Come tell us how you love this, and you know what I mean, and Amber, come tell us how Amber have something to do with this, because you're gonna hear how Amber have something to do with the fact that, you know, she's dropping him off for a week, whatever, because I feel so apart. You know? Call out the Shayla fans. They have ways and means of explaining this little fiasco that's happening here. So them can explain this. Them can explain it. Them have a way of explaining very, very complex things that are over the heads and minds of us, the rest of fans. Them.
And that's just
And you're talking
that's
about
just
a
so
week?
much
You
for
don't even
you.
have his bag. Where's his bag?
I left it at the house.
So she's leaving the baby on the doorstep. In a nutshell, this is leaving the baby on the doorstep. Bro. Look, if I was in Anthony's shoes, you'd have never gotten this child back. I'm telling you, listen to me. If it was me, she would have never gotten this child back until you got the court to do whatever it is. You'd have never gotten the kid back. I'm telling you, would have forced it into the courts, because the truth is, at the end of the day, this is going to continue. Is this a start? It's like a stork dropping off of a baby. Basically, Shayla is a stork at this point, right? Dropping off a baby. You know, they look a start them when they move and they fly by the baby inside of their mouth and then go down to the house and drop. It's a drive-by baby. Basically, she's door dashing a kid. It's just right now. Kai's like a DoorDash order. Basically, we just kind of dash him and just that's about it. Basically, that's what's going on.
You left it at the house. Wow.
Can you at least watch your son for the day? I'll go and get his bag, but is that too much to ask
No,
for?
it's not.
I'm sorry, I just need to know our co-parenting limits.
No, I will gladly watch my son. All right? While you go and get his bag. Or
Wow.
wherever you need to do for today.
It's unbelievable, Anthony. I asked you one simple thing, and that's too hard for you? Keep
It's
your
not
son?
as simple as you trying to make it seem.
Wow,
Okay?
it's not as simple. I know parenting is not as simple. Welcome to my life.
So and you see, these are the things why me and the honeypot girl will never get intertwined. And so for those who love Tamir, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna call worthless on Tamir, because to be trying to get Shayla to go whatever it is and telling her that Anthony can just go watch the baby for a particular week, when Anthony's the one that is the major breadwinner, calls cap to a person like a Tamira, because Tamira should have never been encouraging this at all. But I guess when you don't have any kids, you can say anything that you possibly want, right? When you don't have no kids, hey, who cares? You don't have no kids, so you can kind of say anything. You don't understand the dynamics of things or how things actually work. See, when people making money, them say anything they want to make. When you're getting money that you don't have to work for, then you can say anything that you want to say, because the money that Tamira gets, she doesn't have to work for it at all. Wayne gives it to her. But that's exactly why I could never be a Tamira fan at this point in time, because even she's encouraging this nonsense. The dog is watching the kid, right? But the mother gets to sprint off, and the mother is what, a saint or whatever it is. So don't come sell me any of those things. If you ask me, Tamira and I same boat, same 3 or 4, and don't anybody want a be a badness back at that. If you ask me right now, be a badness back at that right now. Simple as that. At this point, Tamira is the same thing, and she's in the same boat of the slackness. Them just as slack. That's the point that I'm raising. Birds of a feather flock together. Ain't no way you can just get up and leave your kid on the doorstep. Me I tell you, it's like a DoorDash baby if you ask me. It's a DoorDash baby. It's a baby which is a DoorDash. It's like the baby just basically is just going from pillar to post. That's really what it is. It's a careless mother. But as far as Anthony is concerned, he has to know, put his foot down, and the only way he can put his foot down is by going to the courts, and is by requesting a custody order. Or else what will happen is these inconvenient drops will continue. These inconvenient, hey, let me leave Kai here for a week, and let me leave him for 2 weeks, and then let me leave him for a month, and then let me leave him for a day, and then let me leave him for 2 more days. That don't make sense. No kid gets grown like this. But hey, give me y'all's take, like, share, comment, subscribe, and talk to y'all soon.